Welcome to another evening of Big Pauly's Fight Nights. And today we have the third of the 8 first round matches in our heavyweight series to inaugurate Use Glory Days Boxing, the Big Pauly's Boxing Council. It is Max Schmeling and it is Ossie Ocasio. They're going to do battle here for 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. And hello again, friends. Big Pauly coming to you at ringside as we have a 10 rounder. You might have noticed that the setup I'm using has kind of shrunk a little bit. We are not going to use dice for this fight, but we are instead going to use the app Glory Days Boxing has set up. And we are going to set that up right now. But first, let me get you up close and personal with the fighters. With, as I call up the die roller. And we have that all ready to go when the fight starts. It is Max Schmeling, who some of you may have heard of. He was a rather historical fighter in heavyweight boxing history. He's 56-10-4, 39 knockouts. The only man to win the heavyweight championship on a foul. He won by disqualification over Jack Sharkey in 1930. Then Sharkey beat him back for the title in 1932. He has no traits. He has a 4 power rating. 2 chin KD, 3 chin KO, as well as 5. His cut is 4. Cut rating is 4. His stamina will start at 80, and I should make note of that before we get started. Your referee today is going to be Randy Newman, so say hello, Newman. And we're going to start Schmeling off at 80 on the endurance as this fight goes 10 rounds. If you missed our first 2 fights, they were on a video I did yesterday. Look for the heavyweight doubleheader featuring Muhammad Ali. I don't want to spoil the outcome for you, just in case you haven't seen it. Ossie Ocasio, one of a few men who have faced both Larry Holmes and Evander Holyfield. He comes in 23-13-1 in real life, the first fight he has had here on BPFN. He has a trait, reluctant, reduce both PL by 1 on toe-to-toe exchanges, so we will keep that in mind when we go toe-to-toe. He has a power rating of 3, 4 when the fighter is hurt. His chin KD is 3, his chin KO is 3, will is 7, so he's prone to getting stopped. His cut rating is 7, his foul rating is an 8, so he might be a little bit more prone to foul, and his starting stamina is going to be 70. We use 3 generic officials, and we are not using dice. We're going to use the app that Anthony pointed out to me last night, critiquing my first fight. I'm glad to have his critique. Thank you very much, sir. And the camera angle, I used the rest of the heavyweight set to kind of set up this camera angle here that you're seeing right now in lieu of anything different that I could think of right now. So we're ready to start, and here is the first roll. It's going to be 4, 6, a 4, and a 6. 2 stars on the outside for Schmeling. 1 star on the outside, the outside for Ocasio, so Schmeling will go first. He fires a 23 on his D100. That will be outside of his power rating. And a 23 on the outside is a 1-2 combo scoring 3 points. A 1-2 combo scoring 3 points on the outside. The D20 was an 8 on Schmeling. Ocasio cannot defend that shot. So that is, let me see how many shots for Schmeling. A bit hard to see right now for me. That is 3. Schmeling is on the board. He has a 3-0 lead as we go to the second segment. And 240 left. We have a 2 and a 3. We have a 2 and a 3. So let's get that out of the way first. 1 star, Schmeling. 1 star. Actually, I beg your pardon. No star. Schmeling keeps control. Schmeling keeps control, fires at 21. A 21 on the inside. And that is, he says, here, that is right on the cusp of another three-punch combo, which gets Schmeling up to 6. And no extras on either the defense or power or a cut check. So that is 2 segments in the can, and Schmeling already up 6-0. This might be a very quick fight. 2:20 now left in round 1 as we roll again. This time it's a 1 and a 3. A 1 and a 3. That will be 2 for Schmeling, none for Ocasio. So Schmeling off to a flying start here. 1 goes to the outside. And that is 4 more punches for Schmeling. If there wasn't anything extra, there was not. Schmeling already up 10. He's already up 10-0. As we go now to the 2-minute mark of round 1. This time it is 3 for Schmeling, 2 stars. 1 for Ocasio, 1 star. This is an 84 that was rolled. And we will have to check the particulars on the D20s. A clinch, which negates all future action. So we roll again. I'm loving the app, by the way, Anthony. 6 and 5. 6 and 5. 1 star, Schmeling. No stars, Ocasio. Schmeling will get to fire again. He fires a 34, and we have a 4 on the D20. So we have a chin check coming up, but let's resolve the punch first. A 35. A 35 on the inside is another 3-punch combo, getting Schmeling to 13 points. So he's now 12 points away from the stoppage in this round, which I think he would be unlikely to acquire. But we have now a chin check for Ocasio. The chin check here is an 8. I don't know if you could see that or not. The chin check is an 8. And that is not within the frame of what would knock Ocasio down. So 13-0 now in favor of Schmeling. He is dominating this very first round. As I move my score sheet over. And we will now go to 120 left of the round. This is going to be a 3 and a 3. 3's across. 2 stars, Schmeling. No stars, Ocasio. And this is going to be another big shot here for Schmeling. 3 puts him on the inside. He lands with his 5 D100 roll 4 more shots. So he is now up to 17. He is now up to 17. And 8 outside of his power range, and 9 is nothing on the defense. So Schmeling dominating this round very nicely. 1 minute now left. Round 1. A 2 and a 2. A 2 and a 2. 1 star to each man. So we have our first toe-to-toe exchange. And remember, if Ocasio scores, it's 1 off his punches landed. A 31. A 31 for Schmeling on the inside gives him 3 more shots. 3 more shots landing. So he is now up to 20. By the way, we're at the 1 minute mark. I see the time here on my app, so I'm just going to keep time on the app. Now, And the 17 was the D20, so nothing happened there. Now, Ocasio gets to fire for the first time, and he rolled an 88 off the 2 on the inside, which means he misses. He misses. So it's 20-0, 1 minute now left. Round 1. A TKO probably not as unrealistic now. Snake Eyes on the D6 rolls. 1 and a 1. 1 and a 1. 2 stars to both men. Another toe-to-toe exchange. 38 on the outside. Let me just put it up here so I don't think you can see it, but that's what I have here. A 38 on the inside. I'm sorry, it's 1-1, 38 on the outside. And this is going to be another 3 points to Schmeling. He almost has the fight won on a TKO. His landing was a 17. But we will now check Ocasio. Ocasio would not have a chin check had he scored. He did not score. His 1 on the inside is a miss. So now, with 20 seconds left in the round, if Schmeling can hit a shot here, it's over. He's not going to be able to, as I will explain why here in just a moment. It's a 4 and a 1, a 4 and a 1. 2 stars, Schmeling. 2 stars, Ocasio. Schmeling with his 4 and his 2 stars is going to miss on the outside, giving Ocasio the chance on the toe exchange, but he is not going to score either. His 1 is going to be a 75 inside, and that is a miss as well. And that's it. Well, actually, no. We have one more roll to do. We have one more roll to do according to the screen here. And this will be the round. Actually, no. The round has expired. The round has expired. And it was 23-0 in favor of... the clock hit the 0, so we don't roll again. So 23-0 in favor of Schmeling. A very, very one-sided round indeed. Okay. Back with you. Let's adjust here. 15 was the first roll. Okay. And with the 23 off for endurance, Ocasio is now down to 47. I'm sorry, that is not correct. We fixed that. Okay. A very one-sided round for Schmeling. And Schmeling will be lucky to get out of that, losing the round 10-9 on the scorecards. But you get the feeling that Schmeling was about to get the fight stopped in his favor, or Newman was going to look at it, because the stoppage automatically comes at 25 points, and Schmeling got to 23 before the round concluded. So we head to round 2. Okay, off we go. Ding, ding, ding. It's 5 and a 4. A 5 and a 4. No stars Schmeling, And Ocasio is going to get a chance to score a 57. A 57 inside is a miss. We check for the counter. The counter is an 8. And he just misses getting a counter here. So that resolves that segment, and we go now to the 240 mark of round 2. 1 and a 6. 1 and a 6 is how we do tricks. In segment number 2, 2 stars, 1 star. Schmeling in control, lands a 40. Lands a 40 on the outside. And that is a 2-punch salvo for Schmeling, getting him to 2. And let's check the defense of Ocasio. Ocasio's defense only goes up to 5, so he does not get the score there. As we head now to segment 3, twos for each. So that is 1 star, Schmeling, 1 star, a toe-to-toe exchange in this third segment of round 2. Schmeling's going to land his shot a 9. A 9 on the inside, scores 4. So Schmeling very crisp with the punches, and he's up to 6. Now, and his die 20 was a 10, so, and Ocasio's is not likely to cause anything. We go to Ocasio. Ocasio, with his 2 on the inside, misses. I'm pretty sure. Yes, indeed, he misses. And we have a 6-0 Schmeling lead going to the next segment. We now have 2 minutes left in round number 2. 1 and 1. Snake Eyes. And another toe-to-toe exchange. 51 for Schmeling. Ocasio has not landed a punch yet in this fight. 51 on the outside, does not score. Just misses with a punch. And Ocasio a 183, meaning he's throwing from the inside. And on an 83, we have a clinch that halts all action. So, 6-0 Schmeling still. 5 and a 3 for the next exchange. A 5 and a 3. Outside, Schmeling has no stars. Ocasio has no stars. They go toe-to-toe. 24 is the punch that Schmeling has thrown from the outside. That is 3 more stars. And we don't have defensive issues for Ocasio, even though he got a 1 on the D20 because he threw 2. His throw was a 54. A 54. Had it landed, Schmeling might need a chin check, but it's as it is on the outside. 54 is a miss. So 9-0 Schmeling. 120 when I hit this button. In round 2, a 5 and a 4. A 5 and a 4. No stars for Schmeling. 1 star. Ocasio gets the throw. He throws a 76, which I think will be another miss. 76 is a miss. We go to Schmeling's D20. It is a 17. A 17, meaning nothing happened. 1 minute now left in round number 2. 4 and a 3. 2 stars, Schmeling. And Ocasio, no stars. Schmeling throws a 49. 49 on the outside is going to score 2, getting him to 11 at the moment. 9 was the defense for Ocasio, which does not do anything. It's 11-0 in favor of Schmeling. We go to the next segment. A 5 and a 3. And this is another toe-to-toe exchange. 39, a 39 for Schmeling on the outside. That's going to land 3. He's now at 14. So this is another heavy-duty round for Schmeling. Ocasio, now remember, he loses one punch landed. He threw a 5. He threw a 5 on the outside. And there will be a chin check here, as the D20 is a 2. And we will get to that in just a moment. Again, it was an outside punch. Wild cross, finishing the flurry. So that will be 3 adjusted, 4, and then it goes to 3. But we have a chin check on Schmeling to look at. His chin rating is a 3. If he gets to 5, he is hurt. And as I look at it, it's a 10. It's a 10, but that's the first punch that that Ocasio has thrown. And so Schmeling is going to keep control, I think. Let me see here. 5, the outside, 39 was a 3. Ocasio's was also a 3, so Schmeling keeps control. We go to the next segment, should there be a toe-to-toe exchange. Last segment coming up, a 6 and a 2. 1 star. 1 star to Schmeling each. And these are going to be misses. 70 on the inside is going to be a miss. We go to Ocasio's card. 2 on the inside is also going to be a miss. That's the end of the round. And we will look at the judges' scorecards. It is 14 to 3 was how that went. So this is going to be 11, an 11 punch differential. And this is going to be 10 nines across the board. 10 nines across the board. So Schmeling doing all the work, and Ocasio is just catching all the punches. I was on the Glory Days Boxing Facebook page, and somebody put up the fight between Larry Holmes and Leroy Jones, and you could see Jones just eating shot after shot that night in 1980. And he looks totally unrecognizable by the end of the fight as opposed to how it started. So we reset the board and we go to, we're not going to use the timer anymore because the timer on the app is very nice. We're going to start the next round and we're going to round 3. Well, let's do that again. I got to Okay, we will just use that readout. 4 and a 6. I had to reset the rounds because I accidentally went to round 4. We're only on round 3. 4 and a 6. 2 stars outside Schmeling. 1 star outside for Mr. Ocasio. And we start with a 55. A 55 on the outside will not score. That is a miss. Now, the blue 3 means there's a counter. It's a hook for 2 for Ocasio. So Ocasio, for the first time in the fight, has momentum. And we now go to the 240. Yes, Instagram. I know I have followers. Shoe. 5 and a 6. 5 and a 6 as we go to the 240. No star Schmeling. 1 star on the outside. Ocasio will get the throw, but he throws a 56. He throws a 56 on the outside. That will not score. A 7 might be a counter for Schmeling, and he does score on the counter for 2. So back to the momentum goes back to Schmeling. We go to the third segment. 4 and a 3. 4, 2 stars. No stars for Ocasio. Schmeling's going to land an 11. 11 on the outside is going to be 4 big points. He'll get to 6. His 7, the 7 on the D20, outside of the power ranking, power numbers, and the 13 does nothing. So the 4 and the 3. And that's our segment. And we now have 2 minutes to go when I hit this button. 1 and a 3, 2 stars, no stars. Schmeling has control. He lands another punch. A 9. A 9 on the outside. That is good for 4. Gets to 10. Ocasio, with his 6, was he able to defense the punch? No, he was not. Oh, we have a power check. We have a power check on Schmeling because that was within his power numbers. So we'll do a chin check on Ocasio. The number is, on the chin KD, 20, so that will not be anything to worry about. So we go to the next segment, 10-0, Schmeling, just not whooping them on points, as Ali would say. A 5 and a 3, no stars. No stars either way. We go toe-to-toe, 87. 87 with Schmeling in control. He is on the outside, and he misses. He did not clinch, he missed. A 4 is going to land for Ocasio. He was on the outside. His 4 is going to be good for 4. So nice job for Ocasio. That gets the score to 10-6 in this round. And the 9 was not nothing to worry about. We go to the next segment. 120 now left. On the button, 6 and 4, 1 star. 1 star each. Another toe-to-toe exchange. 45 on the inside for Schmeling is good for 2. He gets him to 12 punches landed in the round. No issues here because the 7 will be outside of Ocasio's power. He landed a 60. A 60 will not score on the inside. So 10-6. We hit the button for the next segment. 1 and a 5, 2 stars, no stars, Ocasio. And this is a 90. A 90 on the outside is going to be a miss. And Ocasio had a 12, and a 12 does nothing. So we go to the next segment. We'll have 40 seconds. This is next to the last segment. A 6 and a 2. A 6 and a 2. 1 star on the inside. 1 star on the inside for both men. It's a toe-to-toe exchange. Schmeling in control throws a 57. A 57 on the inside does not score. We go to Ocasio. Remember, we lose 1 for him on the toe-to-toe exchange. 48 on the inside. Also does not score. So no issues. A 9 and a 4 doesn't mean anything. Okay, 3 and a 5. Last segment of the round. 3 and a 5. It's 12-6 going into this. 3 and a 5. 2 stars inside Schmeling. And Ocasio has none. He throws a 51. A 51. And we're going to have probably a defensive action by Ocasio. 51 scores for Schmeling. 2. But let's check the numbers. I think he's at 13. 13. And let's check the numbers on Ocasio. Ocasio has a 1 defense, which is going to take 1 off of Schmeling's total. Ding, ding, ding for the round. And this is 12-6. Well, if it was 12-6 or 13-6, it would be the same margin. Okay, we look at the scores. And this is going to be across the board. the same outcome. It's going to be the judges like Schmeling in this round. It was and I forgot to do the punches landed. Folks, I'm going to have to stop tape, and I'm going to have to look at the outcome of round 2, and I will be back. So stand by, everybody, as my camera goes crazy again. Okay, folks, I forgot to score round 2, which was 11-3 in favor of Schmeling. The third round went 12-6. Schmeling is now down to 71 on stamina, but Ocasio is now down to 21 as we start this fourth round. Let's get everything back to 0. There we go. And we will start the fourth round. And here we go. 6 and 4. 6 and a 4. 1 star. 1 star each, a toe-to-toe exchange. 9's going to land, and we're going to have a power check on Ocasio after everything is done. The 9 on the inside is going to be good for 4. So Ocasio running out of steam. And Ocasio's punch, which was 78 on the inside, was a miss. Now let's check the power ranking. A 4, chin check. 4 on Schmeling. A 13 on the chin check, KD. So Ocasio was rocked, but nothing happened. 240 now left, round 4. A 2 and a 3. 1 star, no stars. Schmeling has control, an 85 inside is a clinch, and you can't do anything with a clinch. To the next segment. A 4 and a 3, 2 stars, no stars. As I checked it, I restart recording, I did. 4 and a 3. So this is going to be Schmeling, 2 stars on the outside, a 13. A 13 will land. It's just how bad will it land for Ocasio. The 13 is going to be 4 more. So Schmeling up to 8. Ocasio might run out of stamina at the conclusion of this round. We checked the defense numbers for Ocasio because 7 was the D20. Nothing happened. To the next round. Next segment, I'm sorry. We got boxcars. It's 1 and a 1. Toe-to-toe exchange. Schmeling is going to score again and probably another chin check. A 2 to the inside is going to be 5 big punches for Schmeling, which gets him 1 column down to 13. And Ocasio with the 87 on the outside. Well, we have an interesting situation here, perhaps. 87 on the outside. Not good enough for the clinch. So we check the power number. Again, a chin check for Schmeling, because the roll was a 4. We check it. It's a 9 on the chin KD. And that will neither hurt or knock out Ocasio. But Schmeling might be on his way this round. He's racked up 13 points in a minute. 5 and a 5. No stars. No stars. A toe-to-toe exchange. 3. 3 was what landed for Schmeling. That's going to be another big hit. And since he is on the outside, that is 5 more. He's at 18. He's close to a stoppage. And Ocasio is going to miss with his 67. And let me see here. That was 67 inside. Always double check to be sure. And no, Ocasio did not score on the inside. So we move on. Schmeling just very, very close to a stoppage now. It is 6 and a 1. 1 star. 2 stars. Ocasio will get the throw. He throws a 49. He throws a 49 inside. That is going to be good for 2, but hold the phone. Schmeling has a defense. It's +1, so Ocasio finally lands for 3. He has not been able to fire too many times. Schmeling is still in good shape to get a stoppage here as we go to the next segment. No, I do not want you all to see who my friends are. Thank you very much, and I hope you didn't see it. I don't think you did. 5 and a 4. A 5 and a 4. Oh, this is going to be a big shot for Schmeling if he has control. No stars. 1 star on the outside for Ocasio. Ocasio now with momentum. His throw was a 14. A 14 on the inside. And now Ocasio has gotten for 4. That gets him to 7. But we will do a defense check for Schmeling, and the defense check is going to reduce the number by 1, getting him down to 6. So Ocasio accounting of himself nicely here. A 1 and a 3. Schmeling still has an outside chance of a stoppage. 2 stars for Schmeling, and now we have no stars for Ocasio, but it's an 85. An 85. As I adjust my headset and I realize you haven't been hearing me all that well. Sorry about that, folks. The perils of doing recordings. So we have 40 seconds left in the 4th round. We just had a 1-3, 2 stars, no stars, and 85 is going to be a clinch which halts all other progress. Last segment of a dominating round for Schmeling, a 3 and a 1, 2 stars. 2 stars. This is going to be toe-to-toe. On the inside, Schmeling misses. And let's see here. On the inside for Ocasio. By the way, Schmeling would have forced another chin check had the punch landed. Ocasio at inside 59 is not going to score. So we go to the bell. It was 18-6. 18-6. Ocasio is going to be out of gas. I do believe. No, he is not. No, he is not. He was very close. It was 18-6. 18-6. Ocasio will be down to 3. Schmeling will be down to 65. And with a 12-point margin, and let's just roll to see what the judges scored. It was 12-18-14. So on a 12-point margin, yeah, it was pretty cut and dry as to who won this round. Schmeling doing very well at the 4-round juncture. I'll just say that. Okay, yeah. Ocasio is going to have to get busy in the future rounds, and it's going to be a tough battle for him. It's going to be like Jalen Suggs trying to land that 3-pointer, which he did for Gonzaga against UCLA last night. What a game that wound up being. So we go to round 5, and we will reset everything. A 5 and a 3. 5 and a 3. Toe-to-toe exchange. 42 should land for Schmeling. Good for 2. 96 is what? That's going to be a foul. A foul. 1 punch landed, and we're going to do a foul check. And the foul check is a 1. A 1 within the foul rating of Ocasio, because his foul rating is all the way up at an 8. And No, 2 is the foul rating. The 2 is a foul. Still with a score. A low blow. A low blow. The first offense of a low blow should be a warning. It is. Randy Newman. But actually, let's see. Randy Newman is -2 on fouls, so no foul occurred. So 1 minus 2 means no foul occurred. And we play on. 2-1 in favor of Schmeling. 1-6, 2 stars, 1 star. Schmeling will get to throw a 47 on the outside. Does score, good for 2. He goes up to 4. And that's it. 3, actually we got a 3 on defense, and actually that takes a point away from Schmeling. So it's 3-1 at the end of the second segment. And on we go. In the third segment, it's 6-3, 1 star, no stars. Schmeling in control. A 73 is not going to land. That is a clinch, I think. 63 on the inside. No, I'm sorry. A 63 on the inside is just a miss. No, it's a miss. It is a miss. It is a miss. Okay, folks, and that would have been a power check. 12 on the defense, so Ocasio doesn't get a chance to do anything. 4-1, a 4-1, 2 stars to Schmeling, 2 stars each. It's toe-to-toe between these two. 41, a 41. If it scores, there's a chin check after we check Ocasio. 41 on the outside is going to be good for 3, getting Schmeling's total up to 6. So Ocasio, I do believe, will be out of gas when we head to round 6, if we do, because the stamina coming in was a 3, and I don't check the endurance, make the endurance adjustments until the end of the round. So let's look at Ocasio real fast. 24 on the inside for Ocasio is good for 3, which gets him to 4. Now we check the chin rating. Oh, this might be trouble. It's a 9. It's a 9. Just misses, because his rating right now is 3-6. If he were tired, he would be hurt, and Schmeling would have an unopposed action, but that's not the way I play it. So 6-4. I'm thinking Schmeling has momentum going into the next segment. 4-2. 4-2 with 140 now left. 4-2. 2 to the outside, Schmeling. 1 to the inside for Ocasio. And 11, so it's 2-1. 11, that's going to be another big hit for Schmeling. 4 on the outside, with the 11 being rolled, is good for 4, getting Schmeling to 10. And that is not a power check. So 4-2 was a 2-1. We go now to the next segment because the D20 numbers would not support any further action. A 4 and a 2. 2 stars. 1 star. Schmeling in control lands a 63. A 63 to the outside. Does not score. It's a miss. And no counteraction. Next segment. 6-2. 1 star each. Toe-to-toe. 31. Lands for Schmeling. I'm pretty sure. With the 6 to the inside. That is good for 3. Schmeling now up to 13. And let's see. With a 6-2. 38 is going to score. But remember, he loses 1 punch landed. 1 punch landed. So 38 on the inside is... Let's check that again. 38 on the inside is going to be good for 1 shot. So momentum stays with Schmeling. It's now 13-5 as we go through the final couple of segments. 1-5, 2, none. Schmeling in control. A 17 lands. A 17 on the outside. Good for 4. Schmeling probably not going to get to the stoppage point, needing 8 more points. 17, and no action needed further because the die rolls were too. I'm sorry, folks. We have a cut check coming up on Ocasio because the 19 was run, and the cut check is a 4. A 4. And that is within Ocasio's cut rating of a 7. So we go to the cut number, which is a 4. Actually, I'm just going to take the 20D roll here. First judge roll. An 8. An 8. An 8 on the cut. An 8 is swelling to the right eye of Ocasio, which I believe does not lead to an issue at this time. Swelling to Ocasio's right eye. Doctors are looking at it. On the first occasion, nothing has happened. So, final segment, round 5. Longest fight I have done on Glory Days Boxing, but this is only my 3rd fight. 2 stars, 1 star. Schmeling in control lands a 58. A 58 on the outside is a miss. And there were no other issues. A counter for Ocasio, he would have it with a 5, but he does not have it on a 6. So ding, ding, ding. We go to the end of round 5. Schmeling is now out. Ocasio is now out of gas. So that's going to make his toe-to-toe, it's going to be 1 punch off. -1 for punching landed, and it'll be -2 on the toe-to-toe. So the final tally was 17-5 in favor of Schmeling. So Schmeling now down to 60, and Ocasio is out of gas. And again, a 12-point margin on the punches landed, and this is going to be another very easy round to score. And we use Ocasio's fatigue numbers the rest of the fight. And Ocasio, at this point, even though we're only halfway through, he's going to need a knockout to win, it would appear, or some big rounds, which doesn't seem likely, as we head to round 6. So this is going to be a 1 and a 3. Let me reset my board, folks. My apologies for not doing that sooner. And this is going to be a 1 and a 3. A 1. 2 stars for Schmeling. No stars. Ocasio. A 9, and this will be a chin check. We know that much already, because it's a 1 on the D20. A 9. 4 punches land. Either way, 4 punches will land, inside or outside. And with the 1, we're going to have a chin check, a 1. The chin check is a 14. And with Ocasio fatigued, he is not hurt nor knocked down. We'll go to the second round. 4 and a 2. Second segment. 4 and a 2. 2 stars. 1 star. Schmeling again in control. 50. 50 from the outside. Was that good enough to score? It was. 2. Getting him to 6. And there were no other issues because the die rolls were 14 and a 10. So that's it for this segment. We go to segment number 3 of round number 6. 2-4. 1 star to each. A toe-to-toe exchange. Might be some fireworks here. A 27. A 27 on the inside scores 3 for Schmeling. Schmeling off to a fast start. in round number 6. Remember, on the toe-to-toe exchanges now, Ocasio loses 2. He throws an 11. He is fatigued, which cost him a possible chin check on Schmeling. The 11 from the inside would be 4, but it's only going to be 2 if the adjustments. And the 8, and we have no knockdown issues. On to the next segment. 2 minutes now left in round number 6. Toe-to-toe exchange, 62. A 62 on the outside does not score. A 63 on the inside for Ocasio also does not score. And we had a 13 and 7. So we had no other issues there. We go to the next segment. A 5 and a 3. No stars to each. Another toe-to-toe exchange. 82 and 82 from the outside. And 82 from the outside is a miss. Ocasio throws a 74 on the outside. That also misses. We go to the next segment. 6 and a 5. 1. None. Schmeling in control. A 31. Cut check coming up because we have a 31 from the inside. That will score 3. A 3 gets Schmeling to 12. Because 9 and 3 is 12, if you follow basic math. A cut check to resolve later. A 5 on the inside. A 5. Folks, I said this was toe-to-toe. It was not. It was not. It was a 6 and a 5 being thrown. I accidentally thought Ocasio had a star on a 5. He did not. So Ocasio does not get the throw. We have a cut check here for Ocasio. The number is 12. The number is 12. He's still 7 on cuts, so no cuts being scored. We go to the next segment. I'll just use judge number 1 we have a cut issue. 2 and a 4, 1 star each. Toe-to-toe exchange. 61. A 61 on the inside does not score. Ocasio, with his 4 on the inside, he does not score on an inside exchange. We go to the next segment. Now, we have 40 seconds left in the round. 3-3, 2 stars, no stars, Ocasio. A 65 on the inside. A 65 on the inside does not score. And that's it. 9 and 19, no factors on the D20. Last segment of round 6, 6-5. 6-5, 1 star, no stars. And let's see, so Schmeling will get the fire. He misses, and the numbers are too high for any other activities. We have reached the end of the round number 6, 12-2 in favor of Schmeling. Schmeling doing a very good job in this fight, just keeping Mr. Ocasio off balance. So a 12 and a 2, which means there was a 10-point difference in this round. And this is going to be another round of Schmeling relatively easily. He is pitching a shutout right now, that I can tell you, on the judges' cards, as we head now to round 7. Okay. So this is a 1 and a 3. We start with a 1 and a 3. 2 stars, no stars. Schmeling will lead. A 59. A 59 from the outside does not score. And no other issues to work through because the 20 numbers are too high. 13 and 19. So we go now to the second segment of round 7. 3 and a 5, 1 star, no stars, 2 stars, no stars, Schmeling. He'll get the fire. A 13 inside, good enough for 4. And again, I have to reset my board here. 4-0. And a 4 defense is going to add a shot for Schmeling to get him to 5. And there were no other issues to work at with that, as somebody is instant messaging me. Not while I'm working, guys. Okay, next segment. 1 and a 3. 2 stars, no stars. Schmeling again. 28. A 28 from the outside. Is that correct? Yes, it is. A 28 from the outside. Good for 3. So Schmeling now up to 8. A 6 on the defense. No, nothing blocked or anything like that. We go to the next segment. 1 and a 1. 2 stars. A toe-to-toe exchange. Schmeling is going to score, and he's going to have a chin check here. An 8. An 8 on the outside. Good for 4, getting him to 12. 65 on the inside for Ocasio will be a miss. Let's work the chin check issue here. A 1 within the power ranking. 6 to 10, anything within a 10 will either floor or hurt Ocasio, but he throws the roll was a 19 on the chin check. We move on. 140 now left. Round 7. Schmeling already up to 12. 2 stars. No stars for Ocasio. A 52 was thrown on the inside. And that scores for 2, getting Schmeling up to 14. No issues to work on. We move on. A 3 and a 3. A 3 and a 3 in this segment with 120 left in the round. 2 stars, no stars. Schmeling again. A 67 this time. Probably won't score on the inside. And a counter for Ocasio is going to land 2 on the cross and give him momentum. 14 to 2. Last 3 rolls of the round. 4 and a 3. 2 stars, no stars. Schmeling in control lands a 74. 74 inside's not going to score. An 8 on the counter for Ocasio, so we move on. 4 stars to 2 this time. 2 stars to 1. Schmeling will fire solo. 23. A 23 will not be within the power ranking of Schmeling. But the 4, an outside 23, is going to be good for 3 points, getting him to 17. He'll have to work a little bit to get the stoppage here. Actually, he can't, because this is going to be the last segment. Boxcars, a 6 and a 6. A 6 and a 6. 1 star to each, a toe-to-toe exchange. 90. 90 is a clinch on the inside. And, wait, hang on, folks. Let me just double-check that. A 90 on the inside. That's it for the round, because that negates any action Ocasio has. So another big round for Max Schmeling. 17 to 2. Ocasio has just turned into a punching bag. With 15 punch differential. And this is another round that clearly Schmeling has won. He will be down to 56 on the stamina. And this was another very big round for Schmeling. The judges all seeing it the same way. We now head to round number 8. Round 8, and don't be late. A 3-6. A 3-6 as we start the 8th round, and we reset the numbers for everybody. And we're going to move the board just a little bit over this way so you can see it a little bit. Wish I had a better way to show you the camera angle, but right now I do not. A 3 and a 6, 2 stars, 1 star. Schmeling in control lands a 47. A 47 inside is going to be good for 2. Going to be good for 2. A punch was landed. We checked the power numbers. They will not be within Schmeling's ranking. But a defense check for Ocasio, it's a 5, so add one more to Schmeling's number. And we go to the next round. Next segment. 2 and a 6. A 2 and a 6. Toe-to-toe exchange. Ocasio looks like he's going to score on his. 51. A 51 on the inside. 51 on the inside. Good for 2 for Schmeling. Now, let's check Ocasio. Ocasio lands a 6, which is a shot, an 8 from the outside. Good for 4, and actually it is not a power check, a chin check, because Ocasio is fatigued. We go down 1 because he is fatigued, so his 4-punch combo is a 3. So it's 5-3, Ocasio in control. We go to the next segment, a 2 and a 6, 1, 1. Schmeling's going to fire first. A 27 on the inside. Good for 3 more. He's up to 8. And a 64. A 64 outside is going to be a miss for Ocasio, who's done that a lot in this round. We move on. 1 and a 1. 2 stars for each. Another toe-to-toe exchange. Schmeling is going to score here big. 6. A 6 on the outside is going to be good for 4, getting him to 12. Ocasio, inside, a 41. A 41. We will now have a chin check on Schmeling because the 41 on the inside actually is a miss. It is actually a miss on the inside. Actually, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. No, it's going to be a 2-point cross, which is going to get negated down to 1. Actually gets negated down to nothing. But there's still going to be a power check here, I think, because it was a 1. 1 he threw. So we will check the chin of Schmeling, and Schmeling in no trouble at all, because the chin KD ranking on this app was a 14. We go to the next segment. 140 left. 5. Double toe-to-toe exchange. 88 was what Schmeling had on the outside. That's going to be a wild miss for Schmeling. And Ocasio is probably going to miss 2 on the inside. He does. So no issues to work there. We go to the next segment. Round 8. We're scheduled for 10. We might get there. 3 and a 4. 2, 1. Schmeling, a 24 on the outside, the inside, I beg your pardon, is going to score 3, so that gets him to 15. And let's see here, the 3, and that's it. There was not a toe-to-toe exchange because it was 3-4. No issues to work with. A 2 and a 4 on this next segment. A 2, 1 star, a 4, 1 star, toe-to-toe exchange. 92 is what Schmeling threw, and that will be a clinch, negating the rest of the action, and probably would have kept Ocasio from scoring a punch. 40 seconds left in round 8. We'll have 2 more rounds to do. Should we keep going after this? This is going to be no stars Schmeling, 2 stars Ocasio. Ocasio in control. A 45 is what he threw on the inside. A 45, he scores 2 points, which gets negated to 1 point. And no other issues to work with in that segment. Last segment of round 8. 2 stars to 3. 1 star, no stars. Schmeling will get a final shot off here. A 96 on the inside, though. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul. And let's see here. We check the foul ranking on Schmeling, and 19's well outside of his 3. So no issues to work with. And that's the end of round 8. A very one-sided round. Again, 15-4. And that's 11 points difference. And it's going to be another round where Schmeling has dominated. 10s across the board. 9s across the board for Ocasio. And with the total 15-4, Schmeling is still in good shape going in to round 9. Ocasio needs a knockout to win. It's gotten to the point where not even knockdowns help him. And we now go to round 9. And here we go, 6 and a 2. 6 and a 2. Toe-to-toe exchange to start round 9. 98. 98 on the inside will be another foul committed by Schmeling. We will work that in a moment. But let's get Ocasio done. A 2. A 2. Let's reset the numbers. Reset the figures for round 9. Sorry I did that. 2 on the inside. He's going to score 5. He's going to score 5, which is going to get negated to 3 because it's toe-to-toe and he's fatigued. Now, we go back to the foul that might have been committed by Schmeling, but he did not commit a foul. The foul rating is an 8. And Schmeling is a 3. So on to the next round, and Ocasio has control. 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3 in this second segment of round 9. 2 and a 3. 1 on the inside for Schmeling. He's going to land a 24. 24 is going to be good for 3. And that gets Schmeling on the board. So it's 3-3, giving momentum back to Schmeling. Third segment of round 9. A 1 and a 3. This is going to be good for Schmeling. But it's going to be a wasted opportunity for Schmeling because he throws a 94 on the outside, which is a clinch. A clinch, nothing happens. To the fourth segment of round 4. Not round 9, I'm sorry. 3-4. 3-4. 2 stars to 1 star. Schmeling in control. This will be a big shot. 5. 5 on the inside. Good for 4. Getting him to 7. And a chin check on Mr. Ocasio. The chin check is going to be a 3. It's going to be a 3. Ocasio is finally down for the 9th round. He is down. The KO rating, no, he is up. Schmeling will have an unopposed action here. And we'll say the count was 3. The count of 3, Ocasio's up. I'll just use the Judge 1 rating because we run out of possible numbers. Unopposed action for Schmeling. 26. A 26 on the inside is going to score 4 more, getting him to 11. And a will check. A will check for, I'm just going to use the Judge 1 number because there's no will that I see here. An 11 on the will check. We have a stoppage. We have a stoppage because on the 4-point, it triggers the will check. This fight is finally over. And it's going to be a technical knockout win for Schmeling. And I'm just going to roll an untimed roll here to get the stoppage time, which occurred in segment 4. Segment 4. This went 1 minute, 4 seconds into round 9. Schmeling is your winner by a TKO. TKO 9. And it went 104. The late stoppage, if you reduce the stoppage number on Ocasio, would not have mattered because his fatigue real rating was 13, and I think I rolled an 11, so it was a 12. Wouldn't have mattered either way. Schmeling is your winner. Schmeling is your winner by a technical knockout in the 9th round. Technical knockout in round number 9. That's going to advance him in our tournament to the quarterfinals. Our next fight is going to be Stefan Tangstad against Donovan Ruddock. And Ocasio is going to advance to the box offs. We will not know who he faces yet. It'll be the loser of Ocasio and Tangstad as I go through, try to show you the brackets. I don't think I have mentioned the pairings for this series number 1. The best 10 will advance to the second series and will bring in 6 new fighters. So, Schmeling on a TKO in the 9th round is your winner. And he gets the winner of Donovan Ruddock and Stefan Tangstad, once fought Michael Spinks back in the day. But let's go through the rest of the bouts, the 5 remaining bouts in this tournament, in this Series 1 tournament. And then the top 10 will stay on. We'll have box offs for the first round losers. They'll play all the way down, and they will join the 8 quarterfinal advancers in the second series tournament. So we know Schmeling will be in Series 2. Listen to this fight after Tangstad and Ruddock. Jack Dempsey, Jim Corbett. And then in that bracket we have Evander Holyfield, Jake Kilrain. Tyson Fury against Tony Tubbs, and Buster Mathis and Chris Arreola. So, Ocasio was the 3rd entrant into our consolation box offs, and those will be important because 2 of those 8 will join the 8 quarterfinalists in series number 2 when we add 6 new fighters to the mix. So again, your winner in round 9, Randy Newman seeing enough. Max Schmeling will advance into the quarterfinals and await Donovan Ruddock or Stefan Tangstad. This has been Big Pauly coming to you, hoping that you have enjoyed your Easter Sunday. Glad that you have been able to join some of it with me. If you are seeing this on Easter Sunday, Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.